More than 13,000 FBI agents are training for a major change in policy. Starting next month, they will be required to record interrogations. The Bureau is following in the footsteps of local law enforcement. Even officers who did not like cameras at first now embrace them. Jan Crawford is at the Montgomery County Police Department in Gaithersburg, Maryland. That's outside of Washington, D.C. Jan, good morning.
Well, good morning. Gail, most of us will never be in an interrogation room, we hope, I think. And that's because it's here that Montgomery County detectives question criminal suspects sitting in this chair. And like in a growing number of police departments across the country, everything is recorded on camera.
If you sit right there for me, you got it.
He seemed too cool for a man whose parents had just been brutally murdered.
There will be phone records that I was in my house at 6 a.m.
Don't get mad at me.
Not at all.
You're hiding something.
What Ernie Scherer was hiding, a jury later found, was that he killed his parents.
I know you're interested in Fridays.
No one bought his lies on the video. On-camera interrogations are increasingly common with state and local police. And now, in a sharp change in policy, the FBI soon will require its 13,000 agents to record nearly every suspect interview. So it can be the most powerful eyewitness.
It absolutely can. It probably benefits officers far more than it ever hinders an officer.
Russ Hamill is assistant chief at the Montgomery County Police Department outside Washington. His officers have been using cameras for more than 10 years in patrol cars and interrogation rooms. They can watch and replay interviews on monitors nearby.
The cameras are just second nature now. They offer very good evidence for prosecution or, on the other side, to exonerate somebody.
For decades, the FBI resisted, using nothing more than pen and paper to document interviews, believing their word should be enough for a jury or judge. Phil Mudd served as the FBI's senior intelligence officer after the 9/11 attacks.
They're accustomed to getting on the stand in a proud organization to say, look, I was the one who did the interrogation. I can confirm, and I'll swear to confirming what this defendant said to me.
But in an era where everything is recorded, juries expect to see the evidence, how suspects react, whether they seem evasive or contradictory.
Up here we have the front-facing camera.
In Montgomery County, when the department announced it was installing cameras in patrol cars, there was some resistance. Just because of the unknown?
Because of the unknown, because will my sergeant be watching me? Is the chief going to see me, scratching my nose?
But officers quickly saw the camera could be their friend, especially when a defendant accuses them of abuse.
They can say, no, absolutely, I did not. Immediately show on the video that at no time did an officer lay hands on this person.
Proofs in the videotape.
Proofs in the video.
Now, the FBI is going through training right now because sometimes it's, not just what the suspects say when they're in these rooms. Officers here, for example, told us that when they leave the room and leave the suspect here in the chair, the suspect will just drop his act. They'll start laughing to themselves or even in some cases put their head down, just so cold-hearted, and fall asleep. That is probably not something you want recorded on camera when you've been accused of a serious crime.